right, week 7, bites and breakdowns. We are facing off the Carolina Panthers at home. So I'm making pulled pork and I'm gonna make a Carolina vinegar sauce. This is getting harder and harder, man. This has been a bummer of a season, and it's always a bummer of a season, but this is more than a bummer. This is, I just came back from vacation, and so I ate so much, so I'm like, we're doing it light today, making my own from Trader Joe's, making the Carolina vinegar sauce. All you need to do is pour a cup of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of maple syrup, a little salt, little pepper. I like a lot of red pepper flakes, so dump a bunch in there, stir it up, you're good to go. I need to get more amped to do this. I'm just like, it's kind of hard. I'm not even gonna go into the whole game from London last week because I'm sure you all have heard enough of it. I don't have words. So I'm gonna pick myself back up and it's fine. We're gonna watch some Jets football, the best football in the National Football League. That's what I try to tell myself. That's obviously not an accurate statement, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I will say, nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Well, let me tell you something. Bryce Young, you're gonna be in East Rutherford, New Jersey at 1 p.m. They're terrible on the road. But here's my concern is every time we say something about a team going into MetLife or, oh, well, this team's not good against this, the Jets just still find a way to give them the game. So I'm like, just don't do it. Don't give Carolina this game. Please do not make them, I think they're 1-16 now on the road with Bryce Young. Do not make them 2-16. Like, just don't do it. Direction, looking it up, they're 1-17 on the road. If they get a 2 in that column by next Sunday, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out. It can't happen. And this is also a bummer, is I literally love Bryce Young so much. I love the whole NFC South, which is weird. I don't know why. But obviously we're rooting against them. And here's my thing too. Now I look like an idiot because I always said, I've said this for what, 2 years, I'm pretty sure. I just have said, I don't know why I see it, 2030, Panthers, Jets, Super Bowl, Jets win. I'm not having confidence in it. I wanted to say this is a 2030 Super Bowl preview. Maybe I'd like to see that. I also have no rhyme or reason to why I said that. I just said it one day and stuck with it. So I would love to see it. Don't know if it's happening. Probably not, because these Jets, man, oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna start making my food and then we'll go into it. Nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. This is what it looks like. Definitely was not expecting that. I'm just gonna microwave. It says preferred microwave heat times may vary. Okay, whatever. Great. We have the pork microwaving, Long Island mug, apple cider vinegar. We're just gonna put this in real quick. I'm gonna eyeball it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then you got a little bit of maple syrup. I'm just gonna dump a little in there. Dang, it's not open. 1 second. Let me see if there's one that's open. It's not open, so I'm gonna make this just a full-on Trader Joe's recipe. We got organic blue agave syrup. I try to be super healthy because I love going out to eat, so I try to be really healthy at home. And it does make you feel a lot better. So you're gonna add just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I do like it sweet. And then I'll get salt and pepper. I do have very good measurements. So if you do count of 4, that's a tablespoon. I think I learned that from Pioneer Woman. That is literally my favorite show. I actually do love cooking. It really soothes me. Okay, little bit of salt, just a little pinch to take the acidity down. Fun fact, that's another helpful tip. If something is too acidic in your food, you should add salt. And if something's too salty in your food, add a little bit of acid, a little lemon juice, a little apple cider vinegar, it'll take it right out. I think that's good, I don't know. I try not to eat salt that much because when I was in 9th or 10th grade, I forget, my health teacher was telling us all about salt. And she was like, guys, don't eat a lot of salt. And the more your palate gets used to it, the more you'll need. So just don't put it on anything. So ever since then, I really don't put salt on things. And now I don't really need it. There's a good health tip for you. Okay, the pork is made. I have this cute little plate. This is my aunt's. Isn't that so cute? Green for Jets. And then that kind of looks like a panther, right? All right, I'm gonna move all this stuff out. That's delicious. So I'm gonna pour some of this sauce on. I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot the red pepper flakes. It's too late, I'm sitting down. I do love it smothered. Barbecue is one of my favorite foods ever. I love all Southern food. Fried chicken and waffles is my #1, but barbecue, is a close second. Let's have a bite, see how it is, and then we will get into the breakdown. Trader Joe's green beans as well, because you gotta get your greens in. This is actually delicious, and that's the easiest sauce ever to make, and it's super healthy. 2 parts apple cider vinegar, 1 part whatever syrup if you're choosing. You can do maple syrup, date syrup, agave syrup. Put in a pinch of salt and then as much black pepper as you want. Pour it over, you got Carolina barbecue. Authentic Trader Joe's pulled pork. There we go, love it. All right, let's start off by saying, obviously, this is not how I thought it would go. At the beginning of the season, if you would have asked me, are the Jets gonna win this game? Easy, oh, thank gosh we're playing the Panthers, at least we'll get this win. Now, everyone's talking about, oh, Carolina Panthers. Panthers are not a bad football team right now. They're playing some pretty good football, actually. Rico coming in, I'm like, hold up, let's look at this for a sec. Rico Dowdle had 30 carries last week against Dallas, rushing for 183 yards, averaging 6.1 yards per carry. That is crazy. Like, this dude is on it, and congrats on him going against Dallas. Speaking of break. They're so good. Yeah, Carolina, 4th in the league. They're right above us. We're number 5th in the league for rushing yards per game. But these guys can run the ball, right? And I know our defense did step up, but before that, let's just check our defense against the run and see what we got, because I'm nervous. Like, I'm quite nervous about this. So we got, okay, yeah, opponent rushing yards per game. Oh, have to keep scrolling. Jets are ranked 23rd in the league right now, allowing opponents 130 yards per game. Carolina is ranked 9th in the league against the run, allowing an average of 94.5 yards per game. I don't know, I'm just nervous because I'm looking, how many yards did Bryce? Bryce, 1, wasn't targeted at all, 0 times last week, which is ridiculous. So, and Garrett's not going to be in this week, so we obviously need to get Bryce going in the passing game as well as on the ground. Listen, credit where credit is due. Obviously, the Denver defense is incredible, like, amazing. The Panthers are not that, but the Panthers are not that bad. What I think Denver is, what are they against the run? Let's just see real quick. Denver against the run is 6th. Carolina is 9th. Like, obviously, they have insane talent on the Denver side of the ball. Like Benito, it's insane. They got to us real good, but the Panthers aren't going to do nothing to us. Like, they can definitely limit the run. What did Dallas get? Yeah, Javonte Williams had 29 yards of rushing in this game against the Panthers. And he's been doing really well for them. So that is not making me feel too great about this matchup already. One thing I will say that excites me that goes in our favor against this game, I think, versus the Panthers, we have Jermaine back, which is incredible. Our defense, you gotta, obviously our offense game, it was just horrible, horrendous. Like, you can't, that's not even football. Like, I don't know what that was. Our defense, credit to them, stepped up. When Jermaine is on the field, it is an entire ball, like, new ball game. So it definitely makes me feel good when we have Jermaine and McDonald at the end. If Jermaine wasn't in, I'd be real scared. I feel a little bit more confident they can get to Bryce. They have been moving the ball really well on the ground. I think Canales is going to continue that going for the Panthers, honestly, because it's working. I think that we really have to take away the options of the passing game and make them one-dimensional, because I do think even if Bryce does get it through the air right to Tep, who has been playing great, I do think it's a pretty great matchup for Sauce. I just think that is going to be our sweet spot. So I think if we can eliminate the passing game for the Panthers, they're going to eliminate the passing game for us. They don't even need to help us that much doing that. We have no passing game as it is. We have no receivers on the field as it is. So, I mean, this is just going to be like an on-the-ground game, I guess, and whoever comes out on top. But, I mean, if you want to, you know, statistically look at it and see through the past 6 weeks what's been going on, I don't really understand how you can pick the Jets winning that just from what we've seen with the Panthers defense stopping the run, what we've seen with the Panthers defense on the ground, even without Chuba Hubbard, right? Rico Dowdle, he's making a name for himself. He's doing amazing things. And we're ranked 23rd against the run. Like, we haven't been doing that great. I mean, listen, against Denver, we did have, we played much better. If I do look, though, at this one game, right, from last week against Broncos, we limited Dobbins 40 yards rushing. It's just hard exactly to say how this team is going to play because they've not been very consistent in the way that they lose, right? First, special teams was horrible. Then special teams was okay. Defense was horrible. And offense wasn't really that great anyway to begin with. It was kind of just being masked, I feel like, by the terrible defensive play on that side of the ball. But now we've seen the offense take a huge regression. And we saw the defense and special teams really step up and make their mark. So if we can play complementary football, then yeah, like I can see how we do pull out a win. But it's hard for me to even gauge like, oh, great, now the defense is great, so we know that that's not going to be a problem. We can limit Bryce, we can limit Rico. We just have to play our brand of football and run more than they do. I can't really say that, you know, with my whole confidence because that's not what we've shown for the past 5 weeks. So if I see it again this week and I see our defense still look how they did, great defensive performance for the most part, then I'm going to have a lot more confidence going into the Bengals game the week after. But for now, I still have to be a little skeptical, a little reserved. I mean, also, you want to look back to just a couple weeks ago when the Panthers literally shut out the Atlanta Falcons, who are a much better team than us, can move the ball much better than us through the air for sure. And they were shut out. So I'm trying to grasp some things that can make me feel confident about a win versus this team. But I think you just say the word Panthers and people are like, oh, they suck, but it's not looking great. It's just not looking great. I think it's really going to have to be this week, honestly, that our defense they did step up last week and they're going to have to do it again because I don't see any way that we win this offensively. I think it is a complete defensive battle for us. And the Panthers tight ends, they can block, they can do some great things. We just have to be on it, you know? And I do feel much better, again, like I said, about our D-line. I am loving what I'm seeing from Jarvis Brownlee. That was an amazing trade. Renfro is their starting slot receiver. I think that's a pretty good matchup, too. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jarvis Brownlee at nickel, so that makes me really excited. I'm excited for what I saw for the most part, except for the offense, obviously, right? Yeah, you want to win the game on the ground. That's great. That's fantastic. But we got to have some receivers, some guys, maybe a big game for Mason Taylor. You got to make a play. And you have to play a little bit through the air. And looking at it, Carolina's ranked 17 right now for passing defense, allowing around 213 yards per game. Why is the Chucky ad still up, bro? Literally not. This is actually, I can't even deal with that. All right, we're done with the stats, I guess. That's my real live reaction to that. Like, I can't handle that. Anyways, you can definitely see, like, their run defense for the Panthers is so much better than their pass defense. So you kind of have to just throw some up in the air, right? You got to get maybe Arian Smith involved. Just play him. Like, obviously go for some deep balls, but you got to make sure, get your checkdowns, get your basic things. And, like, listen, again, if Justin Fields doesn't have it right now, that's okay. That's okay. He's a grown man, and he is able to realize hey, I don't have it right now, let's put Tyrod in, you know? And honestly, this isn't even a game where I'm going to be happy if we are competitive and the Panthers win. No, they're 1-17 on the road. Like, you can't give it to him. You can't hand it out. I will not have it happen. So I don't know. There you go. I ate my pork. I finished it. I made you guys some barbecue sauce. That's awesome. I actually love the Carolina style. I will post that recipe because I feel like you guys should try it. But I don't know. I'm kind of struggling to find a bunch of things to say for these preview matches anymore because I don't know what the Jets are giving me. Like, every single time, I'm just like, what are we going to mess up this time? Which I don't like. Here's my last thoughts too. This is what doesn't make sense to me. If you don't trust Justin Fields to do anything, then, like, why is he on the field? And not in a mean way. Like, why are you going to put someone on the field and then make him be scared to do anything, telling him don't do this? And again, I'm not in your ear. I don't know what's being said. I don't know if it's more on coaching, more on field. If you don't trust the guy to be the guy, then he's not the guy and you got to find another guy. That's the situation. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't really have smart thoughts right now about this football team because they're not doing smart things. So we're going to see what happens. And yeah, I mean, Jets. If the Panthers win at MetLife, I'm gonna lose my mind.